Alright, now we're just using the audio. I don't know why I'm having problems with audio. I shouldn't be having any problems with audio. So I use a Rode microphone. But if this new, I just trying out this new cord. If this cord is not connected to the phone exactly right, then sometimes the audio gets botched up. But we can just ditch the Rode microphones and get them put away while everything's cooking. It's not a big deal. I am no stranger to live stream glitches. Because after all, I'm not a paid YouTuber. I just come out here and try to help people figure out how to lose weight with little to no exercise. And that's basically all I do. Is I lose weight by eating food. And if you eat the right food, it's not a hard thing to do. And I forgot the other half of my microphone in the other room, so now I'm going to have to make 2 trips to the living room. Come on, cat. Let's go. That's a good kitty. Alright. So, gotta grab this and put it away. Right here. Yeah. We're going to put it away. I was excited when I got this little cord. I thought this cord would be a fix-all for my audio issues, but it might just be on my phone. I don't know. Because I have no problems at all using those microphones with my cameras. I got a couple different cameras. GoPro, Insta360 cameras. A couple different types of those. Alright, let's get back to the food. Turn this around. Alright, so the easiest way to flip like sausage over, like once you get it cooking, you just give it a little poke, bring it up to the side of the pan, and you just pull, and it drops. It flips it every time. Then you get that nice golden brown. That's really what I'm looking for. We're going to cook some eggs in here too. And all of the reindeer fat is going to help the eggs cook. It's also going to give the eggs a really lovely flavor. So while that's doing that, I can go to the fridge and get some of these $500 eggs. You guys got any $500 eggs at your house? Because these things are expensive now. Let's see how many we got in here. If I can get them out without breaking them. Okay, little Cox eggs. That's what I got. Probably gonna cook up 3 of those. I got plenty in there. Perfect. Now I'm just waiting on these to finish. And once those are finished, I can get them put on the plate pretty easily. Alright, who do we got in there? Hey William, nice to see you there. Marcia Buden. Alright, is the sound okay? We get the sound figured out, because I had a microphone going and I guess it was clipping. And that doesn't surprise me, it's just my luck. But right now what we got is chuck roll cooking in the air fryer. I got it on 400 degrees. That's what it's looking like. Set it for 11 minutes and then we're going to flip it over and then we're going to do another 11 minutes on the other side. It's going to give it a beautiful crust. It's going to be awesome. I've been doing this all week. My wife loves it. My kids love it when I make them stuff. I've been secretly trying to get my wife to do the carnivore diet and I think she's like that close. She's like that close to being on board with what I'm doing. Because today we did our taxes today. We got them finalized. Oh, that is beautiful. You guys need to see this. Okay. So I just flipped over those. Yeah, that's got a pretty color to it. Come here, you. Why you gotta fight me? These little guys here. Alright, cook that a little bit longer. Now I like it nice and dark like that. It gives it a really good flavor. Nice crunchy. These are really good fatty sausage. You got a little bit of organ meat mixed in there. Exactly what you need, exactly what you want. Okay. I'm going to cut the heat off for a second. There we go. Get them plated up. Now I got to get the eggs. See what I can do here. There we go. Heat going again. We're going to get 3 eggs in here. That should be perfect. Hopefully I don't land one on the floor. Ah! What I did. There you go. I saved it. I don't know how that happened. It just like the shell just went all cattywampus. I don't care if the yolks break. I'm not looking for pretty eggs. I just want eggs. There you go. Back at the ranch. Ah, you guys are sitting like right next to the air fryer. I am sorry. That's my bad. Okay, we're gonna get the eggs going. What else do I want to do? I want to put, so I'm gonna put a couple pieces of this in there after I get everything done and cooked. That way, because I want cheese. I like to snack on these little things. Now, if you can slice your own cheese, it's just way better. Tillamook did do a pretty decent job with these, and I can't open the package. Okay. Just gonna get this out and ready. But the funny thing is, I got this pan on high heat, and it's not burning the eggs. It's not gonna burn the eggs. And I have never had anything stick to this pan, and it'll probably stick right now, just because I said that. Normally I just roll it around, get the liquid to move around a little bit. You see how it just peels off like that? That's crazy. Let that cook down a little bit more. Go ahead, poke these yolks. Because we're going to make kind of a weird, almost like a little omelet type thing. Come on, there it is. Oh, I almost had it. Well, I did have it, but I screwed it up. So, there we go. Good sharp knives are important to have in the kitchen. Got my cheese all ready. Ready? You guys ready? We're gonna do this. See if I can get it to flip. Just like that. Okay, that's perfect. I'm gonna toss the cheese on, let it kind of get preheated or whatever you want to call it. Now you gotta let it sit for a second. You can't really mess with it too much. But let it sit, and then everything will work out just fine. I need you. This is what I want. This little guy. So a nice flexible one is important too. It's got a real nice easy bend to it, especially when cooking eggs, because you can just get around. It just loosens up the edges. So when I get ready, I'm just going to lay this on the plate. Everybody get out of my way. Alright, that's done. We're going to take that out, we're going to flip it, and then we're going to put it in the air fryer again for another 11 minutes. That's what it looks like right now, but it's going to look a lot better than that here in just a minute. Now, flipping chuck roll can be a little bit of a pain. Alright. There we go. It's flipped. It's already seasoned. So all I got to do is put it back in the air fryer for another 11 minutes. Turned on. Select your zone. Air fry. 400 degrees. Hit that button. That was already thawed. I can put that in for 10 minutes. Okay. That'll work just fine. Now we got to take care of this. So like I said, nothing sticks to this pan. Cheap pans at Walmart are like gold. I've had such good luck. See, look at that. Isn't that pretty? Alaska reindeer sausage. I mean, that's awesome looking. Yeah. Okay. I might as well just leave that alone right there. Alright guys, I don't know who caught my last video, but yeah, I'm down like 173 pounds. I'm probably down some more. But I was trying to figure out, because I got hammer toe, that's a problem. And I didn't realize they had like these little silicone things. These things don't work for my feet because my feet are weird. They kind of point like this, but then this toe over here is like a hammer toe. And they don't, my toes aren't aligned right. So, like my toes would go like this, like all the way up to my big toe. that doesn't work. I tried this today and it just created a lot of pain in my sock. Didn't work out well. And I also got a different type of like little toe wrap to try to control my hammer toe even when I was asleep. And since my toes are like this, that didn't work out well either because they don't go side by side, and yeah, there's not a whole lot of wiggle room there. Hey there, Pooty Cat, nice to see ya. John, I've been MIA, glad to catch you live. I have been making videos. I'm on a schedule of like on the weekends mainly. My family took off for a little bit, so I got time to do a live stream right now. I mean, when there's a whole lot of chaos in the house and kids are running around, I cannot concentrate on what I'm trying to say or think unless everybody in the room is on the same page as to what I'm doing. And I don't like making my kids tiptoe around behind me like they're interrupting things that I'm doing, because they're not. They live here. They're supposed to be just living life, and they don't have to be on camera all the time. But hey there. Let's see. Good afternoon, evening. John, you've been in my egg. Got that one. A little hot sauce to top it off. The hot sauce is totally acceptable. One thing I did find, now when I first started losing weight and I was doing the keto diet, I think just before I even started diving into keto, I was into the hot sauces. I was liking Kinders. But before all of that, backing way up, I used to love things like Baby Ray's barbecue sauce. Even their sugar-free barbecue sauce is pretty well contaminated with stuff that most of us don't want if we're trying to be healthy. But Baby Ray's was a staple in my house, just like Heinz tomato ketchup. Just about everybody has that for even, the guests that come over, sometimes kids. But we tried to find healthier type ketchups if we could, with a lot less sugar. And if it had sugar in it, we were shooting for the natural type sugar and just staying away, reading the ingredient list and staying away from the high fructose corn syrup. But then I switched over to a Kinder sauce. A lot of the Kinder sauces work pretty well. But you've got to read the ingredient label, because there's so much stuff in some of these sauces. It just gets really, really weird. I do have a new sauce we can test out today, because I haven't tried it out yet. I can use a little bit of it on the meat when it gets done. We've got about 6 minutes left on the chuck roll. And this is a organic jalapeno sauce. I know, I'm sorry, the image is backwards. Try this. There you go. Now you can see me like normal. You can read. Okay. So this is Organic Harvest Foods jalapeno pepper sauce. I've never tried this. This is actually a really, really clean sauce, and that's why I picked it up at Three Bears, Alaska. Now, it should be good. I mean, I like jalapeno sauce. I truly love habanero sauce. But now something else I want to try. Well, no, I'm going to save so I got cod livers. I got a whole bunch of them. And I was getting ready to do a cod liver fast. And I got a whole bunch of different stuff, but it comes in a package like this. I mean, this is like 12 cans of Icelandic cod liver. This is extremely healthy, but I was thinking about doing a cod liver fast. And then I started doing some research into cod liver. Well, cod liver is super high in vitamin A. There's a couple other major vitamins, but it's just like super potent dose of it. It's not safe to do a straight cod liver fast, even 1 can a day. It's only recommended to eat 2 cans of cod liver per week, even though they're super nutritious and healthy. But it could potentially damage your liver. And I was like, well, I'll probably discuss part of that over the weekend video when we get to that point. But I was concerned. I was like, wow, because I'm a guy that does crazy eating experiments. Like, I only eat sardines for an entire week, or I only eat eggs for an entire week, and I lose dramatic amounts of weight doing that. And I was thinking like, oh yeah, let's do cod livers. And I didn't know much about it. So before I try anything, I always do a little bit of research, on vitamins, nutrition, stuff like that. And then it came back right off the bat, like, oh, that's not a good idea. I was like, well, I saved myself some problems, because I just recently, fixed my fatty liver with the diet I'm eating. 90% meats and fats, 10% I love my life. But throughout the week, this is literally the meals that I like to eat throughout the week. Now, if I were to do a little bit off during the week, it would be like maybe a bag of Sun Chips or, something like that, something small. But if I eat all of that, this whole plate, everything we're gonna have tonight, I mean, I'm usually good right afterwards. I just go take a shower and then I go to bed. I mean, it's pretty easy. But I'm full. And then I won't eat again until tomorrow night at the same time. We're going to rinse and repeat throughout the week. Same type meals, similar meals. So maybe I should get started on opening this right here. Because why do they make these so hard? It's like, there we go. We're almost there. Nope. Thought so. There we go. Oh, it's like I got to keep going around in circles. Pepper sauce. Jalapeno pepper sauce. Let's see. What do we have for ingredients in here? Organic red ripened jalapeno peppers. I couldn't see it because there's glare on it. LED lights suck. I hate, like, everything in here is so bright. Let's see what else. Vinegar, sea salt, organic apple cider vinegar. This is good. Apple cider vinegar. It said that apple cider vinegar works similar to MCT oil in the way if you were to add it to meat. And I have been known to add apple cider vinegar to my steaks. Just a little splash. You don't need a lot. Let me get another light. That light was already on. There was a light in the room that wasn't on. And it's really throwing me off. Okay, we're about 2 minutes away from this being cooked. Oh, those are done. Yeah, we're going to shut that off. Okay. Let's go ahead and get the steak out and get it ready. And then we can sit down and have a little chat if anybody's interested in hanging out with me tonight. But yeah, alright, so there's my plate. Everything looks good. Move you out of the way. I love these Ninja air fryer baskets and the way they just sit on my cooktop. Alright, how am I going to do this? I should have organized this stuff a little bit better on my plate. So I got two pretty good sized steaks going on here. I guess we'll just start with that. And we'll leave the other one just to hang out for a while. But I'll probably eat all of that without a problem. Get my utensils together. And I'll head over here. But yeah, I said I was going to do 365 days of carnivore meals. And I missed quite a few in the last week or so. But every day, every single day of the week, I have some sort of steak. Definitely going to try this hot sauce. See if it's way too hot or not hot enough. There's a booger on the front of it. Hey, you hush. It's my cat, Molly. She likes to sit around and beg for little fat trimmings. All right, we're going to take a little bit of this hot sauce. We're going to put it over here on the edge just so I can sample it. See if I even like it, because I don't know if I like it yet. We're going to try a little bit of reindeer sauce, reindeer sausage. Whoa. Okay, apple cider vinegar hits you right in the back of the throat right away. The jalapeno peppers, they taste like they're smoked. It doesn't say anywhere on here that these are smoked. Fresh, simple, not to mention delicious organic Harvest Foods hot sauces are made with the best organic peppers grown in the Rio Grande Valley of New Mexico. In this bottle you will get a plant-based hot sauce. So this is vegan friendly, which is kind of cool. Vegan options, there's some pretty decent vegan options out there. If you're looking for, a hot sauce. And these vegan options, they tend to go really well with meat at times. That tastes like, this seriously tastes like the freshest pepper I have had in a bottle. That stuff's good. That was legitimately really, really yummy. I mean, it tastes like it was picked out of a field and rinsed off in ice cold water, and then you just took a bite out of it. That is excellent. Okay. But now chuck roll is normally used for like beef stews and stuff like that. So people put it in a crock pot when they cook it for, anywhere from 6-7 hours. Some people cook it to 12 to 24 hours. But if you cut it into steaks and cook it in the air fryer, it comes out legitimately just like a steak. Northern Corruption Monitor. Hey, I haven't seen you in a long time. Yeah, the big man's gotten a lot smaller since the last time you saw me. What's wrong, Michael? You don't like vegan options? Because this vegan hot sauce is pretty good. I mean, this is really good. Yeah. All right, let's get some of this unprofessionally made cheese omelet. Now, if you're going to do the carnivore diet when you're out and about, the best way to do it is just to hit up a little breakfast nook and order like a ham and cheese omelet. I was getting ready to do a video about it, but the place I went to here in town, they wanted like $10 for a side of bacon. And I was like, yeah, we're not going to go that route. And then a side of sausage links was like another $10. I was like, no, that's ridiculous. And a cheese omelet with ham in it was like $16. They're pretty proud of their stuff. I mean, they have good food there, but I wasn't gonna do that. Okay. The only thing the omelet's missing is a little bit of salt. But now this hot sauce, you can like see the peppers. When you get down to the bottom, you see the actual pepper. It's not like just pureed to the point of death. They did a very good job making that. My mouth is tingly. It's kind of on fire right at the moment. I'm not complaining. It's a really good flavor if you like jalapenos. Yeah, not bad. I don't know what the availability of this product is, but it's pretty good. Man, that steak is so juicy. My cat is over here being a butt. But yeah, guys, this is what I eat to lose weight and get full. I'll still be able to eat a lot of food. So the eggs all by themselves help keep me in ketosis. The cheese is not necessarily the best idea because cheese can slow me down quite a bit if I'm trying to lose weight. But I'm down to about 260 pounds now from 435. And I'm at a satisfactory weight. I'm approximately, 30 pounds away from my goal weight of 235 pounds. And that's just an average weight. I don't know how much I'm going to lose after that, or if I'm going to keep going, or just do a sustainable type life with eating a couple more meals a day. Because right now, this is the only meal every day that I would eat. One meal a day. So if you're trying to lose weight without exercise, one meal a day works extremely well. And I'm a truck driver, so I don't get out and move around a lot. I drop and hook trailers, I open doors. Once in a blue moon, I'll tie down flatbed loads. The steak is a nice, looks like let's see how, that's a little rare in the middle. It's not bad. I don't mind it if my steak is still talking to me when it comes out of the oven. This is a nice piece right here. Man, it's super tender. Super tender. Got just the right amount of fat. All right, let's see who's complaining in the room. Somebody said this was gross a little bit ago. Hey there, Holly. It's nice to see you. Let me see. Yep, John's homeless. Hey, at least we share the same name. All right, Michael had to leave. You hate cats? That's too bad. I love my cats. Now she's over here begging, and she's begging because I give her a little bit of meat every single night. Get that off of there so she can actually get to it. No, you want it? Come get it. But every single night this cat sits here and begs for a little. I'm gonna put this in her bowl so you can go ahead and eat that chunk. But she sits here and begs every single night for a little bit of fat, a little bit of meat. And she's one of my best cats. She's one of my best hunters. You know, because we live in an old trailer home. We had all kinds of rodents here when I moved in. And we didn't have cats at that time, so we had to actually adopt her, and she took care of almost every single one. And then we've adopted, 3 other cats since then. Yeah, what do you think of that volcano? I keep hearing reports like the volcano is, so we have a volcano up here in Alaska, and they're saying it potentially 50-50 chance it's going to pop off. I believe it's called Mount Spur. And the last time I think it popped off was in the mid-1990s, and it just covered the entire town of Anchorage with just ash everywhere. It was a pretty violent eruption. But the biggest problem with volcanoes being so close, it's about 80 miles from Anchorage. And depending on how the wind blows, if it blows this way, it shuts down all air traffic. So that means you're not getting Amazon. That means you're not getting UPS stuff, anything that would come by air. And it also slows down everything in the community when it comes to just getting around and transportation, because volcanic ash is like little glass crystals. You don't want to breathe them in. You don't want to be outside playing in it. You don't want to be going for jogs or anything like that. You got to wear like one of them silly little COVID masks to try to keep the particles out of your lungs. It's pretty bad. I think I missed that message. Who calls themselves SRG? Oh, that's funny. Thought it was aimed at somebody. Huh. Okay, what else is going on there? Fidel. I've been doing about 70% carnivore diet for roughly 3 months. Haven't weighed myself yet, but I feel great enjoying the steaks, eggs, and sardines. Yeah, that is a great combination there, Fidel. I mean, it's just such an easy diet, and I'm just here to say you don't have to be 100%, carnivore. Just eat the majority of this. And if you want a side of something else, I don't care what the side is, just make it something small, like a little bit. If you wanted a little bit of potatoes, like a little bitty bit, but if you eat all this meat first and then you have whatever your sides are afterwards, whatever it is, it's not going to mess you up. Yeah, chuck roll is just amazing in the air fryer, guys. A little bit of garlic salt on either side. Cook it for a while, flip it over. It's so tender. I mean, this is really no different than air fryer steak, and it's about 50% of the cost. I mean, it's so much cheaper. And I love ribeye steaks, guys. Hi there, Sandy. Well, tender is like tender. Really, really tender. And that's chuck roll, which is hard to believe, because I've tried cooking like stew meat, cut up in small pieces. I've tried cooking it in different ways. It's always tough. I always had a hard time with it. But when you cut it into steaks and then you toss it in the air fryer, it does something magical to it. It just makes it so much more fun. I need to go. My nose is running because of this sauce. This sauce is pretty good stuff. I can get some water. All right. love where I live because I'm in the city and we have a well here, and it's a trailer park, and the well is piped into like one of the many underground rivers and streams that run underneath the city out to the ocean. So this water here comes straight out of the mountains. It's so good. We get it tested once a year. And it's just good water. Really good water. All right. I need a little more of this hot sauce on the plate. I don't think I need that much, but it is really good. I mean, seriously, it tastes like a fresh pepper that just got picked. Try that. I love that apple cider vinegar that's in there. The kick it gives you. I mean, if you could, I know it's red, but if you could taste the color green, I think that's what it would be like. It's almost like feeling the color purple. It's weird. There's somebody out there that can relate with that. Elijah. All right, let's see. What was on his plate? Beef chuck steak. Yeah, so this is chuck roll steak here. This is basically just 3 eggs that was tossed in a pan, and I broke the yolks. I put a little bit of cheese on it, so I made like a weird looking cheese omelet, but I don't need to sit there, for 5 minutes and scramble eggs. It's the same egg. It doesn't have to be super scrambled to me, but yeah, just a little bit of cheese in the middle. And it pairs really well with that hot sauce. This stuff here is great. I should be selling this stuff. I mean, I do the carnivore diet, and I would have no problem promoting a vegan sauce. No problem at all. I don't hate vegetables. I just don't like a lot of vegetables. I don't like what a lot of vegetables have done to me over the years. And I had no idea that vegetables were really part of the problem with most people's diets. The high oxalates. I knew nothing about oxalates before I started the carnivore diet. And I'm not one of those crazy carnivore fanatics. It's like, oh, yeah, they have defense chemicals and blah, blah, blah. They do. All vegetables have defense chemicals. Animals have defense chemicals too. Cows have defense chemicals. For one, they have defense chemicals in their hooves. There's another one there. I can't remember what it was. It's got nothing to do with their poop, so don't act like that. But, I mean, they do. Now, I did a lot of research because I did a vegan diet for about 7 months. And I kind of care about a little bit of all health, not just carnivore health, or why the carnivore diet works so well for most people. The vegan diet is like a freaking train wreck for a lot of people. But so I also wanted to, reverse the question around, because we already know that plants have defense chemicals. So I wanted to find out, like, hey, does fat have memory? Like the fat in our body, does it have memory? And apparently it does. So a lot of the stuff that we used to eat, before we started losing weight or started eating healthy, gets stored in our fat cells. Now, the same thing happens with cows and other animals. They do have multiple stomachs. Yes, it filters out a lot of the stuff. But some of the defense chemicals from the plant is technically in the fat of a, fatty red meat. But it's such a minute amount, it doesn't hurt us. I just thought that was an interesting twist on that, because you don't hear about that from the vegan community, as a rebuttal to the carnivore diet, which you'd think you would. And you also don't hear, the flip side, people doing carnivore talking about defense chemicals being stored in fat cells or fatty red meat, because that's all you hear. Eat fatty red meat, eat meat, eat meat. It's like, well, okay, I'm fine with that. I like red meat. I like the carnivore diet. But I mean, we got to talk about everything. Everything included. But it's funny, I know more vegans that have changed their ways, especially after they became older. or they practiced veganism for 5-6 years, and then they found out they were having all kinds of issues with their kidneys and their intestines and stomach linings, and yeah, they were having problems pooping and going to the bathroom. There was that too. But in order to do a vegan diet properly, you have to overscience the heck out of it. The carnivore diet, I don't have to overscience anything. Eat steak, eat fatty steaks, eat eggs, have some cheese, maybe some other types of dairy, eat fish, eat shellfish, and you got all your vitamins and nutrients covered. We don't need fiber. Never, Elijah. I am never constipated. I stopped being constipated once I finally kicked a lot of the vegetables out. Now we're talking vegetables that cause me the most problems now. High oxalate vegetables like spinach, kale. I was on the whole green drink thing. I was taking kale and I was blending it up. I was adding, some citrus in there at times and maybe some pineapple, because kale tastes like crap. I mean, once you blend it up, it makes a nice green drink. But I was constipated. I was having kidney stones. Spinach as well. That was another one. Something I ate a lot of spinach. I'd eat a lot of salads. Like dark green type lettuce. I didn't realize that they were messing me up. But since I started the carnivore diet, yeah, I don't get constipated. Not at all. I go regularly every single morning, and it's a nice healthy movement. But it's not like Play-Doh and squishy. It was like I had fiber. What they tell you about fiber, it's just, I don't know why. When you're having issues down there, they're just telling you need more fiber, you need more fiber. Well, then you have really bad problems at times, like I did. I got so constipated one time, I thought I was going to have to go to the hospital and get it removed the hard way. Yeah, I don't see everything on. Now you got to remember, this is a vertical live stream. Your comments are like this big from like way over there. So I can barely see that. Thank you, Holly, for letting them know. Yeah, kale is pretty bad, Sandy. Let's see, what's the average response time? Well, unless I get talking. If I get talking, I don't pay too close attention to every single comment. Sometimes I miss comments, and I don't like missing comments, especially when people are asking questions. That is really good. I mean, that's just chuckle. But yeah, the reason for this live stream, people ask me a lot, like, hey, how are you doing it? How, even, I've met a lot of truck drivers here in Anchorage, and they've met me in person. They're like, well, you're really who you say you are in your videos. You're just the same guy. I'm not putting on a facade. I'm not acting. I'm as average as you could get. With the exception, I have no problem talking on camera. That took some time. That took some practice, getting used to it. Because it's not easy to just sit here with a camera in front of you and just talking at it like you're talking to people across the kitchen table. But that's what people, find interesting at times. I am a truck driver. That's what I do. Yep. So yeah, I'm not an athlete. I've had foot problems ever since I was a child. I got like hammer toe and high arches, and that creates a problem. That makes it not feasible to want to go jogging or want to exercise all the time by walking or hiking. So I like to do like maybe get on an elliptical. I can rip it on an elliptical, no problem, because it's low impact. It doesn't hurt my feet. If I get on a treadmill, yeah, I'm lucky to last 10, maybe 15 minutes. But if you get me on an elliptical, I've been known to go for an hour or 2 hours on an elliptical at a very, very fast rate. Ow. I'm so glad I made eggs tonight. I usually get home and I'm too lazy to make eggs, so I want to thank you guys for getting me in the mood to actually cook more than just steak. Well, I can't do that, unfortunately, because a lot of my jobs are federal jobs. Um, I work in some secure areas from time to time. That was one thing. When I got hired on, my employer said specifically, do not record anything while you're at work. So, in order to keep making twice as much money as I did last year, I have no problem not recording. Now, if I'm in a drop lot or something, yeah, I might make a short video, talking about something I'm doing. But it's usually not relative to my work situation. How do you have leftover chuck? Do you cook a lot of it and just like not want to eat it? I have a hard time not wanting to eat everything I cook. Who's behind you? I have my dog. I have this guard cat over here. I have another furry cat right there guarding the front door. This one over here is wanting more steak. I got like more in the basket behind me. All right, we're gonna have to go get some more of this. Just like that. I have more. There we go. I'm probably gonna get into my wife's chicken soup too. She made some really good chicken soup. It doesn't have anything in it except for it's got a lot of spices in it, whatever she used. It's got onions and celery. Those are two somewhat neutral vegetables that I can actually eat without a whole lot of side effects from the vegetables. That piece got cooked really dark. You probably can't even see it. There it is. You can see the darkness there, I think. Yeah, it's pretty solid. And a little bit of fat on there, a little bit of meat. See how it tastes. Oh my goodness. That's like melt in your mouth fat right there. And it's got the black char on the outside. And it's a little crunchy. It tastes like the black char that you would get if you were cooking like on an open flame. How does the air fryer do that? Like if I was cooking on a grill with like flaming charcoals, that's the kind of flavor I get. But yeah, I'm pretty new to the air fryer world, and cooking steaks in the air fryer terrified me not too long ago. It really hasn't been that long, but since I got this air fryer behind me, I take better care of that air fryer than I do my vehicle. So after we're done with this, I'm going to clean it up and polish it up, make sure it's all ready to go for tomorrow. And my wife, she's been really good about helping me, keep that air fryer going, because she knows how important this diet is to me and just how well it's working. So 2 years ago, I was facing the possibility of dying. I was so fat and morbidly obese, on a CPAP machine. I couldn't sleep at all without a CPAP. I had to have a CPAP. Now I don't have a CPAP anymore. I totally fixed that situation by losing weight, eating correctly. And it turns out if you eat like fatty red meat, it fixed all of my allergies too. I used to be allergic to my cats, my dog. And every springtime I was, had like hay fever and stuff. I don't get that anymore. All of my allergy medication has just sat there for the last year and a half. And I looked at it yesterday. I got Flonase or something like that. It just sits in there. I'm like, why do I even hold on to that? I don't need it anymore. I'm not allergic to that stuff. Oh my goodness. How? I don't even know if this company is like vegan owned, but they did a really good job. But who is the company? It says Arizona's Peppers, Organic Harvest Foods. It's kind of a confusing label. This is made in America product too. Okay, that's the name of the company, Organic Harvest Foods. And they are out of Mesa, Arizona. Very nice. I mean, they did a good job. I mean, I would shake the person's hand that made this. I mean, it's that good. It's been a long time since I've had like just a random hot sauce that I thought it was just so amazing. It's got all clean ingredients. That's so good, man. All right, let's see what I missed. My messages aren't working. Yeah, I got a friend. She's doing the carnivore diet now, and she's doing all kinds of stuff with, her own pork panko, breading. She's making carnivore pizzas. She bought me the cookbook from what's her name? Can't think of her name now, but she's pretty famous carnivore. She made Luna, I think. But she made a cookbook, and she's got amazing recipes in there. But my problem is I like steak and eggs, and I could eat this and never get bored. Okay, let me go back up because Elijah's, let's see, Fidel. I stopped eating chips, replaced with pork rinds. 0 carbs, what do you think? I like using pork rinds as an alternative. Now, the only problem with pork rinds are, even though they're carnivore, is that, man, you can eat a lot of them. You can actually overeat pork rinds. So if you give me a bag of really clean pork rinds with not a lot of nonsense going on in them, it's just, pork fried up and something healthy. But I want sour cream. I eat like a half gallon of sour cream when I eat pork rinds. So delicious. But it's technically carnivore, but you can absolutely overeat them. That's the only problem I have with them, is that I will overeat them. Just like chicken wings. I'll overeat chicken wings too. Let's see. I'm still backing up through the... Marriage good? Yes, my marriage is great. How long have you been married? I don't know. I'd have to ask my wife. From the moment I met her, it's my easiest answer to that. Oh, hey there, Don. Don dropped in. Heather P showed up. Hey, I was here a while ago, probably 4 months, lost 60 pounds. Heather, wow, I'm impressed. 60 pounds. Fast, had to stop, go to keto. That's so funny. That is a great story, Heather. I mean, you should be talking about this stuff too. I mean, that's great news. My close friend here in town, she started the carnivore diet, after just seeing my transformation like in front of her own face, and she's just like, there's got to be something to it. So she started doing it. And she's more strict on the carnivore diet than I am, and she's lost 25 pounds today. And she hasn't been doing carnivore very long, and I don't think she's really practicing fasting or anything like that. She's just eating all different types of carnivore recipes. She loves to cook. Oh, Courtney Luna's cookbook is the one that she bought from me. And she's just been going through the Courtney Luna cookbook, making all different kinds of fun little recipes, having a good time with it, maybe tweaking it to her liking. One of the snacks she made, because she found out, after we had a conversation, that blueberries are keto friendly. You can eat 4 ounces of blueberries and stay in ketosis. 4 ounces is basically what a flat of blueberries is at the grocery store. You can eat that whole thing. And even on the carnivore diet, you stay in ketosis, you're losing weight, you had something sweet, so now you're not getting into the cookies, the crackers and the candy bars. It just, they work. And since I'm Alaskan native and we have blueberries like everywhere up on the tundra, it just works really well, you know, especially for my lifestyle. Well, that was a crunchy bite. Okay. You also did cardio deficit. What is a cardio deficit? I count them. Wait, Mike. I count them out at the grocery store. Yeah, Holly Hobbies. She lives up here in Alaska too, somewhere, or maybe she moved out of state. But yeah, she knows about the blueberries up here. They are amazing. They are absolutely amazing. Pretty much anything that grows up here in Alaska just gets better. I'm not a huge fan of tomatoes, but the first time I ever tasted a real tomato in Alaska, I was surprised. Some guy just walked up to me in a dump truck one day. I'm in my dump truck, and he had a bag of tomatoes. He's like, "Hey, would you like some tomatoes?" And not to sell, just to have. And I was like, "Oh, I really don't eat tomatoes." He's like, "You don't look like you've, you know, from around here," because I grew up on the East Coast. Funny story. But anyways, he gave me one of these tomatoes, and he's like, "Just try it. Tell me what you think." And I took it, and it was brightest red, prettiest tomato ever. And I took a bite, and I was just like, because I'm used to those crappy store-bought ones that just basically mush in your hand. That's what I was expecting, something like that. This thing was firm like an apple. Yeah, full of natural sugars. But it tasted so good. It tasted like candy. And then I looked at him. I said, "Could I please have the rest of that bag?" And I just snacked on fresh Alaska-grown tomatoes for the rest of the day. It was just amazing. Tomato flavor is highly influenced by the soil. That's interesting. Oh, I missed your question. I wanted your opinion on the results of your air fryer. You wanted to return. Well, I'm thoroughly happy with the double stack. It's got some quirks. So it's marketed in a way where you can cook 4 food items at the same time. I have not yet tried that. I like using the very top right there to cook most of my foods in, because when you use both at the same time, if I'm trying to cook a steak in the top and a steak in the bottom, it divides the power. So if I'm used to cooking my steak, 11 minutes on each side and then flipping and then doing another 11 minutes, it divides the power in a confusing way that I can't fine tune my cooking skills to get the same thing out of both cooking at the same time. So basically I got to add like almost 5 or 10 minutes if I'm using both levels. So that makes it really hard. The other thing is when I'm cooking, it does splash a little bit of grease inside the machine. So I have to constantly, just take a napkin and clean it up. It's not bad. It's manageable. But I like the baskets and the stainless steel racks. That way I'm not cooking directly on the bottom rack, or I'm not placing something on a Teflon coating. I appreciate that about it. It's got the basic Ninja programming, which is good. Well, we'll take a trip over there, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. No shrimp today. I think I have some, but I'm not making shrimp today. So this little bit of grease that's inside this air fryer is just from cooking today. I don't have a good light, and I'm not allowed to use my light while I'm on camera. But this grease kind of puddles up back here, and that was a pretty substantial amount right there. So just imagine if you were to use this air fryer like over and over again without cleaning this out every single trip. This would create a problem inside the machine. So we gotta wipe it out, and this is literally all I have to do is just wipe it out a little bit, and then we're done. But yeah, I like it. It's simple. It doesn't take up, like, a lot of space. Like the same version that Ninja has, like with these two side by side, it takes up too much counter space. I don't have, look at my room. I don't have that room, that microwave. And then we got the crock pot. That's a rarity. We don't usually put the crock pot out, you know, because it just takes up all the space. Oh, my nose is running from that hot sauce. It's so good. I should have checked to see if there was an Amazon link for that and put it somewhere, because that is really good. I got another vegan hot sauce somewhere that's actually pretty legit too. And I bought these at the same time. This is almost hurting my nose now. I had enough of that one. Let's see if we can find the other one. It's in here somewhere. I got a whole collection of hot sauces. So, for all the nonsense, Cholula's not bad. I don't even know why this is in the house. That's poison. That's poison too. I must have strange people living here. Oh, this is good stuff. I didn't even know I had an extra bottle of it. This here has also got a really high vinegar content, and it works really well with the carnivore diet when you add it to meats. Something about the fatty chains. That's something I haven't seen. Jalapeno ketchup. High fructose corn syrup. That should just go in the trash. That's not mine. Cholula. This stuff's pretty good. Oh, Sky Valley Sriracha. That's what it was. This is a vegan option, which I found funny. Get, go away. This cat right here is trying to steal my steak. Hi. I'm gonna make her talk. Maybe not. She's not gonna talk to me. All right. I'm gonna scoot you out of the way. Say bye. Okay. Let's see. So you decided to keep it. Yeah, I did decide to keep it after a while. I was just annoyed with them because they wouldn't respond to me. You know, as soon as I pointed that out, you know, that it does, because I tried cooking bacon in it like 12 different ways to prevent, you know, the grease splatter in the backside of the machine. I was like, aren't you guys even concerned a little bit? So, all right, this is my other vegan sriracha sauce. I thought this stuff was pretty good. I haven't tried it with steak. But it's got this weird little lid like this. And the first time I tried to take the lid off it, I tried the wrong way. It was backwards and it's just sprayed me. I was just covered in sriracha sauce. It was special. I should have had a white shirt on that day. Okay. This is very tomatoey. It's got a smoky flavor too. All right, let's see. Ingredients: water, jalapeno peppers, red jalapeno peppers, citric acid. It does have a little bit of cane sugar in there. Distilled vinegar, salt, dried garlic, spices. Less than 2% of xanthan gum. It's a pretty clean product. It's not bad. I mean, even though it's got a little bit of natural sugar in it. But the funny thing is I will take natural sugar any day of the week over high fructose corn syrup. Any product that contains high fructose corn syrup, you know, especially that I can identify, you know, because corn syrup, high fructose, it's all the same stuff. It's all sugar. We're not supposed to be eating it. It kills all the healthy gut biome we got going on. Oh, did you hear what's his name? The politician guy. He's like going to go after all the energy drinks. Probably going to take down the whole industry. Because it's poisoning our kids. Go figure. That would be good news. And a lot of the ingredients that have been added into energy drinks are just crap. It's like, why? It's like, for one, why are you putting high fructose corn syrup in there when you can use, you know, some sugar is healthier. Like, all natural cane sugar is healthier than high fructose corn syrup all day long. But these people that are selling this stuff, they put so much high fructose corn syrup in these drinks, and the body doesn't know what to do with it. And it goes like, and all that sugar, it's like attacking your pancreas, your kidneys, your liver, your small intestine, large intestine, messing with your brain all at the same time. It automatically prevents you from absorbing vitamins and nutrients. It's nuts. Yeah, Red Bull gives you wings, all right. It's the wrong type of wings. So Tasty's customer service is not great. Wow. Who is So Tasty? I must have missed something. The company was not cooperative with you. Yeah. Okay. So about the air fryer. Yeah. They just failed to respond. And I went through all the ins and outs and the crazy combination of just trying to get to the place where I can actually, send them a message, but they just flat out wouldn't respond to me. Especially after they found out I made a video. And surprisingly, the unboxing was really good. Cooking bacon in it, the experiment with cooking bacon went really well. I mean, I can't complain. I still use the air fryer every day. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, this hot sauce is making my nose run. Wow. My cat wants some fat. All right. This is my Molly. And yes, I feed my cat off my fork. All right, let me help you out. There you go. Better? No? A little more? There you go. Go ahead. What's yours? You work for it. All right, there you go. Ta-da. She is such a good cat. I have no complaints. Cats are carnivores. Yeah, they love raw meat. I mean, she'll devour an entire mouse, and the only thing that's left is the spine. And then, if I'm lucky, she won't leave it on my pillow, but she has been known to leave it on my pillow. I don't like that. Because when I find that, I got to change all my bedding. Crazy. I am tired tonight, guys. I'm very low energy. I apologize. Normally, I'm a lot chattier. I'm more on topic. But we had a great day at work today. We were just killing it all day. We got more trailers out than normal. We got more loads into the yard than normal. And it happened in short time, like pretty early on in the day. All right, I'm gonna finish up here. Then I'm gonna clean up a little bit. Probably take a shower. Hopefully get some sleep. Well, that's the nice part about the carnivore diet. I have been sleeping so well. So well. I haven't slept this well in many years. I don't think I slept this well when I was a young kid. Hi. I don't know if you can hear that racket. She's purring. Yes, you're pretty. How many drops of J. Crow's iodine do you use? How do you determine it? Well, most of the online doctors and stuff, they recommend you take, 2 to 3 drops. I came up with my own dosage because I was looking to hopefully alleviate some of my cold hand symptoms, which I have. So, right around 10 drops is what I take. But taking too much iodine is really hard to do. I mean, I don't even think there is a overdose. I think you just urinate it out, if I remember correctly. Don't take my word for it. Do your own research on that one. But I use about 10 drops every single day in my electrolyte mix. And it does help. It does help with the cold fingers. I mean, I haven't found a 100% cure for Raynaud syndrome. But I haven't been experiencing like frostbite type pain in my hand. I was using the 2% if you're curious. Yes, God bless America. Sometimes I put too much salt on the steak. It actually starts chewing on my gums a little bit, making them a little raw because I don't have all of my back teeth over here. And I like chewing on this side sometimes, but then it makes my gums raw in the back. You guys know that on the carnivore diet that your teeth actually heal themselves? Great cavities. You know, I'm a truck driver. I didn't take very good care of my mouth. I had a lot of teeth pulled at one point. Thankfully not on the front, but all the cavities I had before I started the carnivore diet healed themselves. I thought that was amazing because I was getting ready to make dental appointments before I started the carnivore diet, and I didn't even know it was going to happen. About 2 to 3 months into the carnivore diet, I realized all my cavities went away, all my tooth sensitivity went away. And then it was about 6 or 7, maybe 8 months into the carnivore diet where my gums stopped bleeding. I had no more gingivitis. That all went away. I was like, wow, I can floss and I don't look like a vampire. I mean, I thought that was worth noting. Uh-huh. My baby, you're over here purring away. So it's about almost 7 o'clock here in Alaska. This is usually about the time I get done dinner. And it's also about the time where she gets really bossy and she wants me in the bedroom to lay down and watch TV with. Gotta give this to the dog. And I gotta start cleaning up a little bit. All right, guys. Hopefully next time when we do a live stream, I'm a little bit more chatty than this. I've been pretty boring this time. But yeah, I'm just tired. I don't know why. It's only when I get home. I get a little worn down. I'm tired. And then in the morning, I'm just wide awake, ready to go. Let's go to work. Let's go do stuff. It's my favorite thing to say at work. Let's go do stuff. You know, because I don't like sitting around. I don't like the chit chat party that takes place sometimes. It's like, let's just go start the trucks and do stuff. It's a good thing I don't drink beer anymore. But all right, guys, I'm going to cut it loose here. I want to thank everybody that's still in the stream. Everybody that comes back, I do appreciate every single one of you. I mean, you guys are what keeps me on track. I mean, because if I wasn't making videos, if I wasn't talking to you guys, if I didn't have such a great community wrapped around this entire situation, I would have been back over 400 something pounds. Almost guaranteed. I don't think I could have done it without everybody's help. I mean, this whole journey has been a journey, but all the problems I've faced throughout the journey, and I've asked for help, people have come and helped me out. Even with the horrible jock itch and athlete's foot, I had a lot of help with that. Got cured like that in 3 days. Thank you. I mean, that was horribly painful. You know, once you lose weight and you start getting those annoying fat folds and you start having, issues, that was kind of scary for me. I didn't like that. I was like, man, is that going to be there forever? You know, I don't want to have like this oozing thing going on in these weird places on my body. I didn't like that. I still don't like that, but I'm glad we figured it out together, and we can hopefully help other people, figure out their problems too, because it doesn't have to be a problem. Bag bomb. That was the answer for me. I just used bag bomb and that cured it. Let's see, how much are eggs in Alaska? I don't know. I didn't go do the shopping, but they have gone up quite a bit. I have no idea really. I mean, when I go shopping, I'm really not looking at the price of eggs anymore, because since I'm only eating meats and stuff like that, I do focus a little bit on the price of steak per pound. But since I'm only eating one meal a day, it doesn't bother me. And since I found chuck roll to be, half the price of steaks, like ribeye or something like that, then I can buy a giant chuck roll, get twice the amount of meat, and I can feed the entire family for, it seems like a month. Wow, you're in New York right now? Why'd you move so far away? That's a weird place to move to from Alaska. I'm hoping you went to upstate New York, Holly. Because I don't know if I'd want to live, back in the city again. I didn't like it there. There's too much stuff going on. $27 for 60 eggs in New York. I think they're about at least $30 for 60 eggs here, if not more. But yeah, that was one thing I noticed, Holly, because I was, before I started like talking about my weight loss journey, I was into the whole prepping community. I was comparing prices all across the country. I was doing Alaska shopping videos to compare prices with other parts of the country as well. And I was just surprised, places like New Jersey, sometimes Florida, other random spots in Texas have some of the highest grocery prices, higher than Alaska at times. And it's like, why? I mean, your food is literally right there outside your door. If you've ever been to Texas, it's like you got the farms, you got the ranches, you got, the chicken farms, and some of the food prices were just nuts. I'm like, why is it so expensive there? And why are your prices so close to Alaska prices? Because the stuff's got to be shipped here. We don't have chicken farms here. We don't have herds of cattle. We used to have a dairy farm that closed. We haven't had one here in a long time, at least that I'm aware of. Okay, you're in upstate New York and farm country. That's where some of the best cheese comes from, is upstate New York. So if you find, good cheese like so the Greeks and the Italians used to drive all the way from Concord, New Hampshire over to upstate New York just to get cheese, because they had some of the best mozzarella cheeses and some of the best cheese blends that they could use in their pizza places. Hey there, Double A. Good evening. Good night, double, or night double. Okay. I just threw the good in there. I didn't know what you guys were talking about. I gotta start picking up stuff around here. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna do it. I gotta get into it. I got a bowl. I want a little bit of, I'm gonna get a littler bowl. And we're gonna get into some of my wife's chicken soup, because she did really well. And she kind of learned from me how to make soup. All right, you gotta get the reveal. So we're gonna pop that off. That's what we got. It's pretty brothy, which is fine with me. And I need something to ladle that out. There we go. Got you out the bowl a little closer, because I'm gonna make a mess. Because I'm doing this one-handed. There's not a lot of chicken in there. There's a lot of broth. Not a whole lot of vegetables. But they're safe vegetables, which is what I like about it. They're some of my safer vegetables. Onions and celery. I will eat some cabbage from time to time. Not very often. All right, where can I put you? Over there. Okay. Cover you back up. I have a spoon right there. Perfect. Let's go to the table. I'm happy. Oh, look. It's that cat again. Say hi. You won't talk. Why? Say hi. You're being a butt. She's being a butt. She won't talk to me. She always talks to me when I say hi. She calls me Apple. Mm-hmm. Oh, wow. Mm. That's a lot of flavor. Now, she made the chicken broth herself from the carcass. The onions are still crunchy because it hasn't been in there that long. Carrots are a little crunchy too, but they have good flavor. Not sure what she put in here for spices because it's good. I don't know. I gotta ask her what she used. Did you ever meet a polar bear? Unfortunately, I don't like polar bears because they like to eat humans. But now I never met it face to face. We had it. So I was working in Prudhoe Bay at the time, and outside one of our downhole pumps. And a downhole pump is just a trash pump for somewhat clean fluids. You just bring it there in a truck, and then you hook up to this machine, and it pumps it downhole, and it fills up the well that's already been pumped out. But there was a polar bear that was right outside, and then it got foggy. Oh, hi. Well, all right, guys, there you have it. My family's home. My kids are just walking in the door. Hi.
Hi.
How are you? Besides stuck in the
I
door.
was gonna say I'd be doing better if Nina didn't just shut the door on me.
All right, guys, the wife soup's amazing. What did you put in here before we go? This is good.
What didn't I put in
What did
there?
you put in here?
Oh, crap. Hold on. I will answer that question. I'm falling apart.
You don't know what you put in here?
I do. I put a lot of stuff in there. I put some a tiny bit of nutmeg and paprika.
Okay. Nutmeg, paprika.
Bunch of this.
Johnny's garlic spread.
Yeah.
Okay.
Johnny's garlic spread. Some black pepper. Some of your. I was generous with both of these. Your organic garlic salt and the organic.
That's what I'm tasting. It's the onion salt.
Yeah.
So I just bought Redmond's onion salt, and I tried it out on meat. I'm not a fan of putting it on meat.
I put a little bit of this.
Okay.
In there.
That's seasoned salt and parsley.
Yeah.
Okay.
Parsley.
That's not too bad. The Johnny's weird stuff over there wasn't great, but
no, I wanted the garlic flavor, but
it tastes good.
Yeah. I guess I could have just went with garlic powder.
So I took the Redmond's onion salt and I put that on one side of my steak, and I put the garlic salt on the other side of the steak. It made it taste really, really oniony. It was, super strong onion. It overpowered the garlic salt. It tasted good, but it was just really oniony. All right. Yeah, the soup is great.
Good.
And I like how it is right now. It's not full of potatoes. It's not full of rice yet. And a little bit of rice isn't going to hurt me.
I don't even have to put that at all if you don't want me to.
No, it don't matter to me. You can put a little. I'll eat it. But you see, I'm only eating like this much. It's not. I'm full. I'm full after eating dinner.
Sorry. I didn't bring any freaking cash to family night, and they had pizza and chocolate chip cookies, and it was all cash only, so I'm hungry.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, this is really good.
Yeah.
For a little girl that didn't know how to make soup about a year ago, she knows how to make soup now. All right. Okay, I love you.
I love you too.
All right, guys, God bless. We're gonna cut it loose here. We gotta start cleaning up around here. Then I gotta get in the shower, get ready for work tomorrow. Then hopefully I can come up with a decent topic for the weekend and see how that works. But okay, guys, we'll talk to you later. I'm gonna fumble the buttons and get on out of here. All right, take care.